2 whole years? Wowee. Watching from the depths of the French catacombs right now. 10 months pog. Nine months. Whoa. AYUP. Jack Manifold, more like Jack? Hospital fold? OMG, almost as long as Tommy's. I can't believe how much time flies. How you doing, Jack? Wow, 11 months subbed to a bald man. By the time it hits 1 year subbed, I will have graduated. Thanks for getting me through rough times. Go JackManifold, 2 hearts. 16 months smiley face. $20 months madness. AYUP.
Hello. Yeah, I know this is the Tommy In It music, but it just feels appropriate, so we're gonna let it play. Hello.
Making me laugh.
Hi everyone. I'm still a little bit sick, but I haven't streamed in like a week, and I'm just not getting better. So I figured I'd, you know, I guess we're just gonna go like this. Hi.
And/or witty with my prime sub.
You see, my voice can't even do that. Hi. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm here. And the title is no joke. I ended up in the hospital the other day. That's how sick I've been. But the reason I ended up in hospital was slightly less to do with me being sick and more to do with me being an idiot. And I want to tell that story. But before we do, hi, hello, welcome. It's been a few days since I've streamed. It's been a while, really, because I did the boxing and then I streamed like twice and then I had to go away again because I got sick. It was a whole ordeal.
Holy crap. 12 months. Also hope you're all right, mate.
I'm not too bad. I'm going to apply lip balm now. Hold on. Sorry. Just let me...
Four months smiley face.
Anyway. So,
Mobile viewer here. Congrats on your boxing win.
hey, thank you so much, man. Hey, you're going to love the next week. Anyway, guys, thank you for all the subs so far. Please do consider subscribing, by the way. I don't know if you can tell, but my sickness break has dropped me for the first time in like 3 years below 1,000 subs. And I'm scared that I might not be able to afford caviar anymore. So if we could please continue subscribing, that would be amazing. Thank you to everyone who has done so far, by the way. I'll thank you all individually in a moment. But Amuzu, Putweeth, Exhausted Author, thank you, just to name a few. But either way, yes. So, in my time away, approximately 3 days ago, I want to say, I landed myself for the very first time in my life in the... Well, okay, so I've been to the hospital two other times for myself. I've visited the hospital a few times. My brother is very prone to breaking arms and legs and things. So I've been to the hospital for him several times, but for myself, I've not been to the hospital that much. In fact, I've only ever been to the hospital twice for myself. One time to be born, which went very successfully, as you can tell, because I'm here. It actually was a really complicated birth, so I hear. But, I mean, I wasn't particularly, I don't have much memory of it. But apparently it took nearly a day and was excruciatingly painful. And they kept thinking I was going to die, so I've heard. Apparently, my heart rate kept dropping all the time. So apparently it was not an easy process, but it took a whole 23 hours to get me out of there. Just didn't want to leave. But anyway, it's a whole different story. And then another time, I went for an ultrasound when I was in secondary school. And now most people would think teenage pregnancy, what a thing to, promote here on this stream, Jack Manifold. But I, in fact, was not pregnant, but had lumps in my nipples that they wanted to check weren't cancer. Turned out it wasn't cancer, but there's this weird thing that can happen where teenage boys can begin to grow breasts before their brains go, oh wait, I'm a man, I'm not supposed to have boobs, and they stop. But there's a brief period, and some boys will know about this. It's called, I actually forget what it's called, but you begin to grow what they call breastlets, which is the formation of the breast. And I grew breastlets for a time, so I had I had swollen and sensitive nipples, and they wanted to ultrasound them. So they did that, and I was fine. But but when you tell everyone you're going for an ultrasound when you're in year 9 of secondary school, when you're like 14, everyone laughs at you. First for saying you're pregnant, and then when you tell them the truth, they laugh at you for having tits. So it isn't. I would advise, if you are a young boy that goes through that, just maybe keep it to yourself, really, because I wasn't as wise, and I got laughed at for having tits. So that happened. But either way, I wasn't going to the hospital to get born this time, and I wasn't going to have tits. In fact, this is my first time going to the hospital. Go to A&E. So like, I've been to the hospital once for an appointment, but I've never been to accident and emergency, like where you go and you break an arm or you have a medical emergency. I've never ever been in my life. Not even with my brother, who has been several times. Never ever been. In fact, my brother's most recent A&E trip was even worse than mine. He thought he'd swallowed chewing gum, and it was caught in his windpipe, and he had to go to A&E. And then when he got there, they went, "Oh no, it must have just brushed up against your throat and like grazed it, and now you can still feel it, but it's not there." So he waited for 8 hours just to be told that he hadn't actually done the thing he thought he'd done, which was really funny. He was really pissed off, but I thought that was great. Anyway, again, and it was in the middle of the night too. He had to like stay awake for like 8 hours. It was great. But anyway, again, not the story I'm here to tell. But in fact, I had to go to A&E recently. Now, I started feeling sick on trying to think now. Believe, what day was it? Started feeling sick on Friday. We had a rehearsal for Tommy and It Live tour. We've re-scripted the show ever so slightly. We've completed the second half. So we were doing a little read through. Very good material, very good stuff. You should buy tickets. But we did our read through, and then I went to my girlfriend's house because what's A&E? Sorry, yeah. So A&E is our version of the emergency room. It stands for accident and emergency. Sorry, I forgot Americans don't have that. Yeah, so it's our emergency room. It's our ER, Americans. We call it A&E. Anyway, So I went to A&E. But let me tell the full story. So I started out feeling sick on Friday. I felt a little bit rough. I had a sore throat and a bit of a cough. I figured it was just down to, like, I don't know, talking too much or something. I get sore throats. I don't know. It happens, man. I didn't think too much of it. But anyway, I went to my girlfriend's house because no, that's a spoiler. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell that story. But I went up to my girlfriend's house for an appointment. But either way, I went. We hung out. Fine. And then we went out for food. I remember being like, I'm a little bit tired. I don't feel too hot. I'm gonna go to bed when we get home. So I went to bed. I just went home. I went to sleep. And then I woke up on Saturday. And let me fucking tell you, I felt really trying the music today. I felt so horrifically bad. Like atrocious. I woke up the next day and I just stayed in bed all day. I slept. I just slept and coughed and felt like death and felt awful. I felt fucking horrible the whole day. And I didn't leave bed. I slept the whole day. And I didn't eat either. I didn't eat. I just slept. Felt awful. I had a fever. I was warm. I felt awful. So I just didn't get up. Right? That was Saturday. And then like midday maybe, Ellie came in and she was like, you should have a cold and flu tablet to make you feel better because you've clearly probably got the flu. So I took a Nurofen. So this is ibuprofen. I took an ibuprofen cold and flu tablet. Oh, I took two, actually. You take two. I took 2 cold and flu tablets. Made me feel a bit better. And I stayed in bed till like 9 p.m. And I got back up. I finally made myself some soup. I ate some soup. Had some more cold and flu tablets. Called my mum. Because when I do get... So here's the thing about me. I get quite anxious when I feel really ill. Because I just don't know enough about humans and health. And I'm always scared. Because this is not to kind of toot my own horn. But you guys saw me get punched in the face until I bled a bunch. I don't really like and keep moving forward. I'm quite a hardy guy. I like to think I'm not very easily affected by pain and suffering. I like to think I can resist through a lot. I'm quite a strong guy. I got strong willpower, right? So anyway, I'm not pregnant, by the way. Why is everyone saying I'm pregnant? I'm not pregnant. But yeah, so I'm a resilient guy, So, but my fear is that if I was dying and I genuinely needed medical help, I'd just be like, yeah, I'll live, and then consequently I wouldn't, and I'd just die. That's my fear. So I called my mum because I was having a bit of a panic, and I was like, Mum, what if I die? You just got to assure me that I'm not actually going to die. I don't think I'm going to die, but because I don't think I'm going to die, what if I'm being ignorant and I am going to die? I need a second opinion on how I'm not going to die. And we spoke for about like half an hour and she's like, you're not going to die. I'm like, cool, not going to die. Ate my soup, ate my soup, went back to bed. Oh, took another cold and flu tablet, right? This is important. The cold and flu tablets are important. But my mum on the phone told me whatever. Minor detail, actually. Whatever. Go to bed. Wake up the next day, and you know what? Lo and behold, I am feeling a little bit better. Okay? It's Sunday, not Saturday anymore. It's the Lord's Day. Jesus has blessed me. I don't know why, but I'm feeling good. All right? I'm feeling pretty good. Not peak form, but decent, decent health. So I'm feeling pretty good. So, he is risen. Exactly. Jesus came back on Sunday, as did I. I was risen. I felt pretty good. All right. So, I woke up, but I woke up about 10 a.m. I'd taken my last cold and flu tablet at like 1:09. I was like, you know what? Just to make sure I don't feel worse throughout the day, I'm going to just pop some cold and flu tablets throughout the day. Just, I'm kind of, I always don't take tablets because I could just strength through it. And I'm like, what's the point? Let's take those tablets. And on the tablets, it says, only take them every 4 hours. So I do. I only take them every 4 hours. So I take cold and flu tablets. And then throughout the day, I'm feeling fine. I'm up and at it. I'm not doing very much. I'm just kind of lounging around the house or at Ellie's house. I'll just, every 4 hours, pop some cold and flu tablets. Keep it away. Bear in mind, these are ibuprofen. So here's the problem. Turns out, ibuprofen actually has 2 rules. And that is, don't take them any more than every 4 hours. And also, don't fucking take more than 3 doses in a day. I continued taking ibuprofen. Oh, and also you're supposed to eat when you have them. Oh, no, I did eat that day, actually. I ate fine that day. I felt pretty good. But either way. Only take 3 doses a day. And I had been taking them every 4 hours for a whole day. And for exactly 24 hours, actually, until I realized. I did skip one, actually. I had a Lemsip instead one time. So that was, and that's paracetamol. So actually that didn't count to what was now an accidental overdose. I accidentally took too many ibuprofens. Not too many, but just enough too many to not make me feel all that well. Well, no. Sorry, let me rephrase. I felt fine until the next day around 2 p.m. when, and I'm very embarrassed to say this, but this is a real thing that happened in my life, and I just need to express it because I want to express that, guys, I think I might be in love for real because I did this and I still have a girlfriend. In my own girlfriend's bed, due to the effect of taking too many ibuprofens, shit myself. A 20-year-old man, and I mean this, and I'm embarrassed to say it. This is not the right music. Where's Mr. Resetti again? We need Mr. Resetti back. I shit myself. Eleanor, my sweet girlfriend, was in the room. And you know what she was doing? I said I was going to go back to bed. So she lit me a little sleep candle. She turned on. She's got these nice galaxy lights. She turned them on. And she put them all on. And she went, you have a nice sleep now. And while she was in the room, I thought, she won't notice. And I let out what I thought was an innocent fart. An innocent fart. Just a sweet little fart. And as she was stood right next to me, I thought, I didn't feel too right. But I let her leave. I thought I'll wait till she leaves. And I'll just run to the toilet and just, see if that was maybe a shit. I didn't think at this point I'd shat myself. I just thought that didn't feel quite correct and I should go and shit. However, and I have no pride in saying this, but I then proceeded to roll out of the bed. However, what I didn't think not to do is to roll ass first down onto the bed to get up. So when I stood up, I had left a small brown stain. Now, I really hate telling this story, but it's important. It's important, all right? I need you to know how embarrassing this day was. And the fact that my girlfriend still loves and cares about me. All right. I really need you to know, I need you to know that this was a real test. All right. I don't think some married couples could survive through this. This is all I'm saying. All right. So I shit in the bed. But obviously, so I just folded the covers in on themselves and hid the shit. Because I was like, she can't see it. I'm like, she can know it happened, but I cannot have her re-enter the room and see my shit in the bed. God forbid that ever happens. So I hid the shit. It's genuinely true. And I went to the bathroom. And I don't wish to describe what happened in there, but it was my Vietnam. All right, that's all I'm going to say. And I want to apologize now to that toilet because no one should have to live through that, because that was my Vietnam, all right? That was my fucking trenches, all right? There was just as much mud. It was disgusting. It was awful. Really, I didn't know that could leave a person, really. And the memories definitely won't. Right? And I remember, as I was in there, my girlfriend knocking on the bathroom door and going, "Are you all right?" And I just screamed, "Don't look at the bed!" Oh, sorry, my throat still hurts. And she went, "What?" And I went, "Don't look at the bed!" What I also wish to tell you is my girlfriend, she does a very sweet thing where she lets, because all her friends, a lot of her friends also are other content creators, she lets them come and work at her house. She has friends over all the time to just come work. They sit in the kitchen. They just all work together. It's very sweet. So by this point, the point I just shit myself, I could hear that friends were beginning to arrive. So now, not only am I sick in my girlfriend's house, and she'd asked me, she asked if friends could still come. I'm like, I'm just going to be sleeping today, so you can be in the other room. That's fine. However, now my plans of sleeping all day had been interrupted by the fact that I shit the bed. So now... And none of her friends know this, so I pray they never see the stream, because this will be the way they find out. I hope, unless she's told them. This is... Did they smell it? No, it was only a little shit stain. Come on now. She came in the room just to check on me. And I'm still in the bathroom at this point. And her friends are in the house. I'm like, "Don't look at the bed!" She was like, "Well," I'm like, please don't look at the bed. And I'm going to be bringing the sheets through in a moment, because they need to be washed, but that's it, all right? And she laughed, and she went, "Okay." And I messaged her, and I put, "This means I shit myself, by the way." And she's like, "Yeah, I know." And I was like, "Okay, but we need to take the bed sheets out in a way that no one knows I shit myself," because she has friends around at this point. Were they white? They're not white, don't worry. So I remember because so anyway, I came out, I took the bed sheets off, and I got changed, and I took them out. I just kind of put them in the wash, and I kind of just kind of I let everyone think that, I mean, we wash our sheets, right? Like, it's normal to wash your sheets. No one knows you've shit yourself if you come out and wash your sheets. And I pop the sheets in the wash. But for the rest of the day, I cannot leave the bathroom. Like, every few minutes, I'm back in the bathroom. Now, this is partially because, this is TMI, but I really do need to fill you in on the day. I can't burp. Like, as a human being, there's a name for this condition. People will know it in chat. It's a muscle atrophy thing. There's a particular muscle used to burp that some people are born with a muscle atrophied so that they can't burp, and they just kind of gurgle a bit. Like, I just make these kind of weird noises. I can't burp. This does, however, mean, and again, it's a gross fact about me, that I do fart at a heightened rate. Because most people, when they eat things and that makes them gassy, they burp it up. I don't have that option, so I fart more. It's gross. I don't like it, but at the end of the day, I just fart a little. I just fart a decent amount. I just fart a good amount, right? And again, I hate to admit it, but it is true, right? And here's now a problem, because now, as a man who farts a decent amount, I now don't trust any of my farts, because earlier on in the day, they'd cause me to shit in my girlfriend's bed. So now, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place, because I'm getting quite bad stomach pains, and every time I do, I have to go to the bathroom in case it's a shit. And about 50% of the time, it is. I'm not in a good way. And I'm thinking this whole time, because by this point, I haven't realized that over the last day, I'd been taking too much ibuprofen, which, by the way, is famed for destroying your stomach. That's like the one side effect of the drug. It's just awful for your stomach. Great painkiller, terrible for your stomach health. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, why on earth could I have such bad shits. Anyway, eventually, my brain kicks in. You're only supposed to take 3 ibuprofens a day. And I have taken, at this point, I've established at least 4. It took me a while, but I worked out it was 5. And it may have actually, it could still have been 6, but I think it was 5. So again, I'm not just embarrassed because I've made myself shit. But I've instead poisoned myself. And that's what's making me shit. And now it isn't just a happy little accident. This is now maybe a medical emergency. What I've learned is actually that it wasn't a medical emergency. But at this point, I don't know what could potentially be happening to my body. So I call up, not 999, because that's like for emergencies, but I call up 111, which is like our non-emergency medical thing in the UK. I call them up. I'm like, hi, 111. And they're like, hi, I'm on the phone for fucking ages because it's slow as shit. And I'm like, eventually I get through to a person. I'm like, hi. So I've been sick over the past few days, which isn't my problem. Don't worry, that's fine. I'm getting better. I feel better, like, sickness-wise. However, what I did in healing from that sickness is I took too much ibuprofen because I forgot how much you're supposed to take. And so I took this much. And now I can't stop shitting. Am I going to die? So they asked me a bunch of questions. And then they go, because the first person you talk to isn't a doctor. They're just like someone who like assesses the situation to make sure you're not dying. They're like, well, I'll have to speak to a doctor. Oh, no. And then they put me on hold. And then they come back and they're like, no one's available right now. We'll call you back soon. And also, because my Ellie lives in quite a high up building, you don't get much signal up there, like phone signal. So I can only get phone signal if I'm stood near the window. The problem is, I can't stop shitting. And you can't shit at the windowsill. I've already shit in the bed. My girlfriend might leave me if I shit on her window. And they go, oh, we know your signal. I'd established with them that the signal was quite poor because I'd found this spot where I had signal with them. And they're like, could you please stay where you are? Because if you're not at the window, we won't be able to call you back, and we'll only try calling back a couple of times before we will just give up. So you got to stay where you are on the phone and just wait for us to call you. Also, hi, the American Heart Foundation. Association. My bad. But, sorry, it's the British Heart Foundation. It's very confusing. Sorry. But hi. I hope you're enjoying this story. But, they said I should stop talking, but the American Heart Association, I think I should continue. This is a healthcare story. It's my first time in the hospital. But anyway. So, here I am. Trapped at a window. But I've got to go shit sometimes. Which isn't good. And the problem is, I'm thinking, they'll call me back in 10, 15. This is a medical thing. I've accidentally overdosed. You know, they should call me back any 5 minutes. They do not call me back. For 4 hours. 4 hours. I am forced to stand near a window. Right? And I'm not wearing clothes, by the way, because I'm scared I'll shit in them. So I'm just in my underwear. No, I'm not. No. I am in my underwear, but okay, no, this is even more embarrassing. This has been I'm gonna bear it all out front because this is so I'm not actually wearing my underwear. I'm not wearing I'm not naked though either. This is the worst part. before I got sick, I'd only planned to go up to Ellie's on the Friday, stay the Friday night, and then go back home on the Saturday because I was going to hang out with some friends. But I got sick, so I had to stay. But the thing is, I hadn't bought any extra clothes. Because of, I was going home the next day. So I was just going to put on the same clothes, go home, and then change. So, there was no need to have extra clothes. However, this meant that I was all out of underwear. So I had to borrow my girlfriend's underwear. So I was actually stood here in my girlfriend's underwear. Right near the window. For hopefully no one to see, but potentially anyone. It was a really rough day for me. Can I just say, this was possibly the most embarrassing day of my life. I had such bad anxiety the next day just because I was just so scared that, I don't know, you can't go through that much embarrassment in one day and not, But yeah, I'm wearing my girlfriend's underwear. I'm waiting for the NHS to call me back to tell me whether or not I'm going to die on account of the pills I'd taken. And eventually, at fucking 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., whatever it was ridiculous. I get a call back. And the guy asked me a bunch of questions. I'm like, and by this point, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still shitting, but I'm feeling pretty good. My stomach's a little bit uneasy. I'm shitting, and I'm like, and look, at this point, it's been 5 hours, and I've kind of established I'm probably okay. Like, I shouldn't have taken that many pills, and health and safety, you shouldn't take that many pills. You should always be careful. Read the labels. I fucking didn't, like a moron. Or I did, but I didn't read it carefully enough, and I didn't spot that part. Read it carefully. But yeah, I didn't feel very good. Still don't, but I felt okay. I kind of have established that I'm safe. But the man on the phone asked me a bunch of questions, and he goes, "The problem is, I would like to argue that you're probably fine. Ibuprofen overdoses, unless it's an absolutely insane amount, are usually fine. At worst, you get some stomach pain, usually vomiting. But shitting's very rare, is the problem. And maybe the shitting's part of your flu symptoms, because sometimes shitting is part of having the flu." And I was like, oh yeah, true. And he went, but because the symptoms have only started in conjunction with you taking the tablets, I can't really discharge you without speaking to toxicology. Let me call them. I'm like, fine. Luban, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I'm gonna thank the subs in a moment, but if this story gets interrupted, I will just lose my flow. So he calls me up. He puts me on hold. Again, waits a few minutes. And what do you know? It's the same story as before. Toxicology are actually busy right now, and we're going to be waiting for them for hours, and it's late. So I'm just going to advise that you go to A&E. I wanted to advise that you go to A&E, just get checked, since I technically can't discharge you, because we can't say for certain whether you're okay. And he tells me where the nearest A&E is and says, go within the next hour. And take someone with you. He was very strict about that. He's like, you've got to take someone with you in case you get worse. So now, at this point, I have put clothes on, by the way. I'm like, by this point, at some point during waiting on the phone in the underwear, I did put more clothes on because I was like, fuck being stood here in my girlfriend's underwear. But, so I put on clothes. Tell you better be sending viewers over my way, by the way, bro. Stealing my fucking content. Listen to my most embarrassing story. Fuck you. But anyway. As I said. Put on some clothes. I have to go through to my girlfriend. whose friend's still there, by the way. And they know I've told them that I'm not feeling too hot. They know I've got the shits. Like, so they call me back and they say I should go to A&E. And she's like, oh, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. They say I should go within the next hour. And this whole time she's been saying, like, you do realize you'll be fine, right? Like, I'm the one, I called 111 because I was kind of stressed. But she was like, you will be fine. You shouldn't have done it, but like, you're just going to have an upset stomach. You will be fine. But I was stressed because I get stressed in medical situations. So she was like, I will take you, but know that this is silly and you are fine. They're only saying that because they have to, because say you do get worse, you could sue them. But you are not going to get worse. You are fine. But I will go with you if you have to go. So, like, what is now nearly 11 p.m. Because I had to charge my phone first and eat and stuff. We head to A&E. And I get in. And it is eerily silent. Like, everyone is quiet. I get called to the check-in desk. And it's like this. And the problem is, I've still got the flu at this point. And my voice is like, I was talking like this for a few days. Like I just had a very gravelly like voice, right? And the problem is I couldn't whisper. If I tried to whisper, just nothing came out. Couldn't whisper. So I had to try and like talk clearly through my gravelly voice, which meant essentially talking. My voice projects. If you've ever met me in person, it carries quite far. So this quiet A&E hears me have to very loudly say, well, I've been sick recently, and now I accidentally took too much ibuprofen, and now I can't stop shitting. So I called 111, and they sent me here. So now everyone knows I'm in A&E because I've been shitting. So the lady makes me sit down. So I go sit with Ellie, she's bought her laptop to do some work because, you know, kind of inconvenience. She didn't say this. She's lovely, but I could tell that this was a slight inconvenience to her evening, you know. So I have to now wait for a nurse to see me. So I get into this nurse. I tell her the story. And the nurse checks my vitals and stuff. I tell her, and she checks over me, and she's like, shitting usually doesn't happen, you know, when you overdose on ibuprofen. I think that's just part of your flu. I think you're fine. At this point, it had been over 12 hours since I'd taken the last tablet. She's like, you can go home. So this whole time, I had waited all day to finally be shipped off to A&E, to then be told I can go home. So I dragged my girlfriend with me on my shitty adventure after shitting in her bed, to be told, yeah, you shouldn't take that much, but you'll be okay. That was a bit much. You should not have it for a few days to let it leave your system, but you'll be fine. You can go home. So I went home and had to go to bed with my girlfriend, who I had to make sure still liked me a few times before I was comfortable enough to sleep, because I was very convinced at this point, after shitting myself around her, that she was going to leave me, but she's assured me she won't. And then I've been with her for the next, well, this was on Sunday, so was it Wednesday, Thursday now? I've been with her since all that time. And she's been looking after me. So, you know, shout out Ellie for being a cool girlfriend and not leaving me for shitting myself. But yeah, that is 40 minutes in. My first time ever going to A&E. Because I shit myself after taking too many tablets, and the shitting wasn't even caused by the fucking tablets. I didn't have to admit that to anyone. I could have just shat myself in peace. Either way, I'm fine now. I can't take ibuprofen for a couple more days. But otherwise, I'm alright. Just that, yeah. I had to be that, you know, vulnerable in front of my... You know, being vulnerable in front of your partner can be a hard thing. And I had to be very vulnerable that day. And it really tested me. But, you know, I'm still in a relationship. So, that's good. It's really all I can ask for. But you see, now I've told that story, I'm reliving it a bit. And I hope that she didn't see this stream, so she had to relive it. She's not texted me, so I'm hoping that she hasn't been watching this. Because I think if she ever heard me retell this story... Well, yeah, she... You know. Proud that you had the courage to share this. Thank you so much. What a shitty story. Yeah, no, indeed. Well, anyway. Thank you to Senna Hair for the 7 months, saying glad you're doing better. I'm glad too. I really am. Really, really. Yeah. Wow. It's just let's get straight back to this. Well, we had plenty of subs during that. Let's just move swiftly onwards. My dad just subbed.
Thanks, son. Another proud father moment.
Thanks, Dad. Thank you so much, Dad. Thanks for 33 months. The problem is, Dad, I know that you actually don't get any choice and that you have to love me forever. So, oh dear, my girlfriend just texted me. Fuck! She has watched it. She watched the whole thing. She watched... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, I threw my phone so fucking hard. I don't even know where it ended up. No, I don't even know where it is. It's gone. I threw my phone because I panicked. And now I don't have a phone. No, that is actually a bit worrying. Where is that? Oh, it's over here. Oh, Christ. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hiya.
Hiya.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Did you really, though?
Yeah.
So you still like me and stuff?
Yeah. I had to live through it. Of course I still like you.
Yeah, but I didn't know whether reliving it would be the final straw.
No.
Alright, well, that's good. Do you want to say hi to them lot?
Yeah, sure. Hi everybody.
They say hi back.
Nice.
What are you doing?
Have fun. Oh,
You watching Disney Channel?
No, it's someone doing a video essay, but I'm not listening. I'm listening to you.
Oh, well, thanks for watching my stream.
You're welcome. It has me in it. So
It did have you in it, but yeah, it's very, you know, I feel it was a vulnerable moment that, you know what it is? I can tell these stories to the internet because I never have to look anyone in the eyes. But now I'm like looking at you having just told it and I'm feeling very embarrassed again. Well, you know, see you tomorrow, Queen.
Bye.
All right, bye. Love you.
I love you.
Oh, Christ. Oh, that's awful. Awful thing to have happened.
That story was wonderfully told. You have such a way with words.
Thank you. Do you think me telling that story would be a good main channel video? What if I just, I've never done like a story time on the main channel, but I want to post more on the main channel. Do you reckon we could just like get that edited into a main channel story? That was quite a long story time. That could make a YouTube video. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll turn that into a video. I got to make the boxing video first. I'm really excited for that. I got the footage back from the camera guy today. So that's really exciting. The boxing video will be coming soon.
Mr. Manifold. Have a good night, smiley face.
Thank you. Oh, but anyway, let me thank some subs that we had. We had so many subs. We're almost back at 1,000, which thank you, by the way. That's seriously very appreciated.
At least there were no pinworms involved. Jack
Oh, for fuck's sake, not the worms again. Matthew Rollins, thank you for the 7 months. Hollow Suns, thank you for the 12. Tina Enthusiast, thank you for the 9 months. Katie Hill, thank you for the 7. Coloroni Macaroni, thank you for the 4. I can't thank everyone. There was so many, but thank you so much. Guys, please do an animation. Oh my Christ, that's... Should we get that animated? That's an awful... No YouTuber's had such an embarrassing story ever animated. That could be quite an amusing concept. Okay, I'll look into it. Yeah, I'll look into that. That is... Yeah, that is good, actually. Yeah. No, I would like that, actually. Yeah, alright. I don't know how much you can animate shit, but we can definitely... I might have to more concisely tell it, but I'll work on a script, you know. Right, well... That's a real thing that happened in my life. Yeah, we should animate it. Fuck. We should animate it. Piss! Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Oh yes, the worms are back.
Oh, God.
Better and slimier than ever.
Welcome,
Clean
worms.
your skin and check your shoes, my friend.
Thanks, man.
Please, for the love of God, do not put an animator through that trauma/J.
Well, it appears I might be forced to. But either way, guys, let's pause that shit, actually. Pause that fucking shit music, stupid music.
Awesome tale. A not very solid number 2 on the list of best stories. Really sounds
Very
like you
good
had a lot
joke.
of crap to deal with while you were ill.
We got a comedian in the chat, guys. But either way. Boo! Is what a ghost would say. Because people, we actually have a more explicit purpose to this stream. You're a genius, my friend. It is ghost time. Now, I'm going to ask you a question before we get into ghost time. As you know, we run a top of the hour ad at the top of the hour every hour in this stream. Right? We run a 1 minute long ad. And that ad greatly supports the stream. It really does. Oh, wait, are we getting a raid? No. All right, we're getting a raid. We'll leave it. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. You've picked such great timing to join. As you can see, I'm assuming you're Tubbo Raiders. Seems only appropriate since he stole my content for the last fucking at least 30 minutes. Welcome. Follow if you are new.
Spooky
I've just
time
entertained
begins.
you. Have I not? And also, you probably feel bad for me since, you know, I shit myself and all. Anyway, you've joined at a great time. Boo! My throat hurts so much. Welcome to a Jack Manifold special. See, people, I am someone who has been converted from a ghost skeptic into a potential believer. And nowadays, what I do, as a lover of the paranormal and the strange, and just creepy videos in general on the internet, I like to watch ghost sighting videos online and determine whether I think they're real or fake, and just enjoy watching some creepy stuff with you guys, because I love ghost videos. So, he raided the wrong channel. Fuck that guy. He raided the wrong channel, did he really? That guy's dumb as shit. Do you know that? He raided the wrong channel. He sent the raid to the wrong channel. Can you believe that? Steals my content for like 30 minutes. My God. You know, it's whatever. It's whatever, Tubbo. It's whatever, Tubbo. You'll see me tomorrow, Tubbo. Alright?
Hope you get better soon.
You'll see me tomorrow, Tubbo. Alright? Then we can discuss this. Alright? Anyway.
Hello, dear Manifold.
Hello.
It is I, Pinworms. Funny how the second you challenge us, the shit fights back. Slimy intestines just for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate slimy intestines. Ghost Cloud, thank you for the tier 1. And Tubbo, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the official raid. Yo, 1,000 subs. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for getting us back to a healthy number where I can still buy caviar and stuff. This is not an appropriate theme tune. Either way. Let me go back to the creepy music. Guys. There's a channel. We've already dropped below 1,000 subs. Can you believe this? It hasn't shown up on my feed yet, but on my overlay, we're below 1,000 subs. That is so heartbreaking. One more sub, please. Anyway, there's a channel that goes by the name of Bizarre Bub. It's a channel that compiles ghost sighting videos. We like to watch them, say whether they're real or fake. And I would like to do that.
The worm revolt is still booming. Mi amigo. Oh yes, these worms are bilingual as well. Side note, do not fear the ghosts. Fear the worms that lurk in your toenails.
There are no worms in my toenails. Mi hombre. Yeah, I'm bilingual too. Pendejo. That's right. It's fucking right. Yeah. Thank you for the subs, by the way. Appreciate you all. Brow, thank you for the sub.
One more sub, here you go, smiley face.
Is pendejo too offensive, by the way? Does it just mean dickhead? Am I gonna learn that it's not as... Well, I'm gonna learn it's worse. It means dickhead, right? What does it mean, bitch? Asshole. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Some people overreacted in chat, and I was like, oh, what if I fucking said it like a slur, like a Spanish slur? I just knew it was bad. It was in GTA San Andreas, but you can't trust them, you know? That's fine. I can say pendejo. That's fine. Anyway, in front of me is the channel Bizarre Bub. Just move the display capture along. Now my throat is getting a little bit sore, so I may be talking a little bit less. In fact, I might have to actually try and find some water somewhere. The tap is always quite good, to be fair. Yeah, we're gonna watch Scary compilation. So please do feel free to join me as we watch some stuff. Okay, I actually do need to go get a quick drinky poo. So, before we start, please hold the fort. Watch this scary Five Nights at Freddy's GIF. That's the first Scary in the Scary compilation. I'll be right back. Sorry, my throat is... I mean, you can hear it. Fucking, it's getting worse. Fucking music changing again. Can you fucking believe this? Anyway, I'm back. Sorry. Oh, I hope all the raiders didn't fucking leave. I realize it's bad etiquette to kind of, you know, leave as a raid hits, but my throat, man. Dino Duckles, thank you for tier 1. The worms are coming. What does this fucking mean? You guys are just saying shit. Worms aren't coming for me. Worms can do shit. I'd squish them beneath my fucking big stomping boot. I'd crush them and...
Oh, my little manifold.
No, I'm not
so
going to say the
naive.
last part.
This pinworm's microbes lurk under your nails, ready to haunt your pantaloons forever.
I'm gonna step on worms. I'd step on some fucking worms. I'd crush some worms beneath my fucking toes. I'd take out my bare feet and squish some wiggling worms between my toes and post it online. For the world to see, I'd post it on Twitter.com. I'd take out my hot toes and I'd squish some wiggling worms between them and I'd post it on Twitter.com. Yeah, you want that? If the worms are coming, then the worms will be crushed between my wiggling toes, those wiggling little worms. My hot toes. My sexy toes. That's what'll happen to those wiggling
Arthur,
little
you
worms.
think you can insult me in my native language? Get a load of this guy. I was choosing to forgive you for your disrespect, mostly because I have no more money, but you have crossed the line. I will get you with the power of my sweet smooth jazz.
What? Shut up, man. You suck. Anyway.
I love eating worms in the morning. I'm an early bird.
Fuck's sake. Thank you, the early bird. Anyway. My voice is going and I want to watch this video before it completely disappears. So, let's watch this.
On April 16 of 2023, at around 12 a.m., a man named Jacob wakes up to a strange noise
There is a man named Jacob. This is the scariest thing of all, as that is a bad name.
outside his room. Trembling with fear, he gets out of bed and
Are you
encounters
enjoying
something
the
that leads
consistency of my little pinworms? We are starting the revolution. Ringworm and I, come you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts.
I'm muting your ass. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. You suck, man. That's my impression of Red Dead 2. Lumbago, shut up, man. You suck, man. Not you though, RNN.
Oh wow, 2 whole years.
Wowee.
I'm so grateful that you've been
Sorry,
here,
my
and that
voice
I've been
really
able
hurts,
to
but I promise you
able
I am
you.
actually.
Also, congrats on beating that guy up.
Thank you. Speaking of which, I haven't watched Bizarre Bub since I fought. And, oh, sex. Anyway, I haven't watched Bizarre Bub since I fought. And now I kind of expect him to sound like Chills because I hung out with Chills a little bit at the fight. I kind of expect him to be like number 15. You know, I never did my Chills impression for Chills. I probably should. I like to say I'm pretty good at it. And, like, I hung out with Chills a little bit. But, what else? Oh, also, so here's a slightly more troubling thought. It's stopped now, actually, but for the days I was really sick, I was having anxiety dreams every night, but I had consistently the same anxiety dreams, or the same topic. It was slightly different every time. But over the course of 3 nights, I dreamt 6 times, because I did a lot of sleeping, that it was fight night, and I just won my fight, but I had to go up and fight again. And I dreamt that 6 times. And each time, one time it was Dakota, I had to fight him again because there was something wrong with the first fight. And then the second time I had to fight Alex Wasabi. And then the third I had to fight a kid from school that I used to know. And like the 4th time I was having to fight both Chris Reagan and William Hayes because we were similar weight. And because I'd beaten Dakota and I had to beat both of them. So I was going to have to fight 10 rounds and they'd do 5 rounds each. I was going to have to fight them both like back to back. I just kept getting these weird anxiety dreams. I was like 5 minutes away from having to fight again. And I just wasn't prepared because I didn't know. But yeah, yeah. That was weird. Just kept getting these anxiety dreams about it. But anyway, you can hear my voice is like actually going. So we better get on with watching Scary.
I'm extremely unnerved. Now, not too long ago, I featured a video from Jacob, who you may remember as the man who inherited an old house and a creepy clown doll
Pinworm,
that
Oh.
am
belonged
lurking in the dark. My microbes in that shiz, wriggling in the bed sheets. Here is my
No, I've skipped you. I'll listen to you later, Pinworms, but we're listening to things right now.
to his grandmother. The clown doll, known as Jeffrey, scares him.
He's called Jeffrey.
Because of this,
My name's
he
Jeff.
keeps Jeffrey locked up in a separate
My
room
name's
away
Jeff.
from him. But then one
Shut
night,
up, worm, I'm
something
eating you.
happens
Base
that
eagle,
knocks
base
Jacob
eagle.
out of his mind. It's close to midnight when a loud bang wakes him up. He hears a couple more noises before suddenly realizing that the sounds are coming from the room next to his where the clown doll was put. What happens
I zoned out
next
because
scares
of the eagle.
his
Sorry.
mind. It's close to midnight when a loud bang wakes him up.
Oh, yo, Smithy, thank you for the 8 months, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
Hears a couple more noises before suddenly realizing that the sounds are coming from the room next to his
Wait, no, sorry.
out of his mind. It's close to midnight
scared, okay.
when a loud bang wakes him up. He
Okay.
hears a couple more noises.
That's because
before
you live in this
close to
creepy
midnight.
ass fucking house with like mold and shit. Look at the fucking damp. If I lived in a creepy ass house like that, I'd be scared. I'd be so fucking scared, man. Can you believe? Can you imagine that shit? I'd shit myself. I'd poo if I lived in a fucking creepy house like that.
Night when a loud
All
bang
right. Admittedly, bad turn of phrase because I just remembered the story, and that I promise you that was an accident. Yeah, again, I get it. Okay, guys, I shit myself the other day. Great, thanks, man. I didn't even mean to fucking do that joke either. It was like an actual coincidence. Fuck's sake. Okay, well done, guys. Real comedians over here. Real fucking comedians in the chat. I get it. I shit myself. God, man.
wakes him up.
Okay,
He
yeah.
hears a couple more noises before suddenly realizing that the sounds are coming from the room next to his where the clown doll was put.
Where fucking Jeffrey lives.
What happens next scares the living daylights out of him.
We established that Jeffrey was fake last time, by the way, so I'm already going in saying this one's probably fake, but we'll see.
Take a look.
Jeffrey could have been real, but I'm pretty sure he was fake. It was too... like... yeah. Nah, man. Yeah, no, Jeffrey was pretty fake the first time. Like, he leaves the room and when he walks back in, the head's pointing at him, but, like, either a cut or, like, someone just walking in the room when he wasn't in it. And, like, yeah, you know, it was easily fake. Is he going to watch Sam and Colby? No, I'm waiting for my collab with them to come out. Okay. Jeffrey's just sat there on the ground. Normal door in Prague. Okay. Someone's shitting on Prague in the chat. God, this house is so fucking creepy. It looks like it's ripped out of a fucking Half-Life game. Fuck off. It's got them Gmod textures, you know what I mean? Yeah, same shit. Easily faked. I don't know.
As Jacob checks
It's
the room
just
where
too-
the sounds were coming.
It's just too good to be true. It's the second time this doll's managed to move its own head. I just like... I don't know. In my experience with ghosts and like shit that I believe to be real, they ain't that fucking... like, they don't tend to pull off such crazy shit.
Coming from. A loud noise is heard from downstairs. He looks
Especially not more than once, you know? Like, or enough that you could catch it on camera, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems too good to be true.
nervously down the staircase when suddenly the sound of footsteps going up the stairs is heard. Yet, as he looks closely, no one appears to be there. He then
As he looks closely, I don't think you need too close of a fucking look to see that no one appears to be on those fucking stairs. He's like, as he looks very closely, you can actually see that there isn't actually anyone there. It's John Cena, isn't it? It's John Cena who's on the stairs. Silly. Come on now.
Yet, as he looks closely, no one appears to be there. He then quickly turns around to see the door opening slowly, showing Jeffrey, whose head is now in a different position.
Yeah.
Initially seen facing the wall, the clown is now staring at the door. Jacob
Yeah.
quickly ends the video here and locks himself in his room until the following morning. After this night, he was absolutely certain that Jeffrey was haunted. Afraid it might happen again or something worse may occur, he decides to move Jeffrey into the basement.
Okay.
Another update. You know, I think I'm
Yeah, creepy things don't thrive in basements or anything. He's gonna hate it there.
definitely going to be moving Jeffrey. Like, with whatever happened last night, I don't want him near me. I'm going to be putting him in the basement, so I'm going to follow up. This is the results so far. I'm going to leave him here for now, but I think I'm going to put a camera here.
Okay, man.
Jeffrey's still here, so...
Why is he facing the wall? Sorry, I zoned out. Why is he making him face the wall? Like he's like being punished? It's like on the naughty boy step.
You know, I think I'm definitely going to be moving Jeffrey. Like, with whatever happened last night, I don't want him near me. I'm going to be putting him in the basement, so I'm going to follow up. This is the results so far. I'm going to leave him here for now, but I think I'm going to put a camera here. Jeffrey's still here, so we're gonna see if there's anything I miss.
Now,
Okay.
unlike before, Jacob will
He
keep
doesn't
an
even
eye on
explain it.
Jeffrey
He just fucking makes him look at the wall because I guess he's been like a naughty boy.
by placing a security camera in front of him. If anything happens, he'll be notified immediately via a notification sent by the camera.
Was someone saying Rambo? Is he in chat or? Oh, he's in chat. Hi, Rambo. Hi. Thank you for the 28 months, man. Appreciate it.
Fast
28?
forward-
Have you really been subbed to me that long? Fuck me. It's crazy, man. Have we known each other that long, or were you subbed before we even knew each other? Rambo, did you used to watch me? You used to watch little old me? Is that what you're saying? Or have we just been friends that long now? I don't even know no more. We actually might have been friends that long now. 2 years and a bit. Sounds about right. I think we've known each other that long. That's crazy, man. Thanks for being my friend for all that time.
To a few nights later, and he's notified of movement inside the basement. He checks the camera's live feed and sees that the camera is moving side to side. Now this didn't
Whoa.
alarm him, as he forgot that the heater on which the camera was placed on top has a timer that turns it on and makes it oscillate. The heater
Okay.
had simply turned on during this time. But as he
This
continues
didn't
to
alarm him.
watch,
This didn't alarm him,
something
guys. He got over
happens
this.
that
Thank you for the 9
terrifies him
months.
to his core. Watch.
Jack.
Yes. What's about to terrify him to his core? That camera oscillates away. And yeah, he's gonna be looking as like he's gonna move, isn't
Been a
he?
long minute, but finally able to catch a live and resub UP.
Oh, thank you, Volghost. Yeah, like when the camera pans away and it pans back, he's gonna be looking a different way. Which is again just like clever camera work from. Oh, okay. Never mind. Cool that it did it on camera. But it's like a clever camera trick from the guy, isn't it? Because like he's definitely just chosen that to be the thing that happens. Like he's obviously came up with. Oh, I forgot that it's on a timer that sets it off. So then it's like it's not his fault that it moves. Yeah, I'm just. I don't know. The fact that it moved on. That made me jump. Holy fuck. It's not what I expected.
As the camera oscillates from side to side,
That-
the
okay.
clown's arm eerily moves on.
That's a creep. I like. This is my favorite video this guy's made with
Rambo
the clown doll.
supports the pinworm revolt. Bubbling, doubling, toiling, and troubling your pantaloons. Painting the town brown.
Thank you, pinworms, for making everyone shit. Either way, I find it really interesting that, like, don't get me wrong, I still think I think he's made too many fake videos. Although this one's the most believable, I think he's made too many fake videos for this not to be fake, and it's not too like difficult to fake. Bit of fishing line, blowing out the bulb is harder, but it's not impossible. Like, but you know. Again, if this guy's had 2 videos do pretty well so far, like, you know. But This one's cool. I like this one. It's a creepy video. It's
on its
sick.
own. Seconds later, the light bulb blows out in a loud explosion, making the basement completely dark. Following that, a strange voice is heard whispering something that's hard to make out.
I
Not much else happens after this, but everything that happened before was enough for Jacob to decide that Jeffrey should remain locked up in the basement. Jeffrey continues to be recorded in case he moves again. For now, no further updates have been posted by Jacob, but until then, this video remains a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's low-key creepy, but I'm on the side that he faked it. Like, I'm of the belief that, sadly, and I hate to say it, I think this ghost video is a fake. It's cool though. It's cool. It is cool. However, why do you even purchase it? To make creepy videos with. It's obviously not haunted. Like, I do believe that there are such things as haunted dolls and stuff. I do believe things can be haunted. I really do. I have witnessed in my life things that have convinced me that ghosts are real. I honestly think Dakota may have broken my nose, you know? Does my nose look crooked? I'm facing frontwards on. My nose looks crooked. I think it's like ever so slightly going to the left. I think he may have broke my nose. It's always had a bit of a lump in it, but I think... Well, he's knocked it or something. I never noticed, but now it's healed fully. Has it healed fully? Because my eye still looks a little bit bruised, actually. Well, it's healed mostly. And yeah, it looks a little bit like, just a little bit off. Maybe it looked like this before. It's always been a little bit wonky, but...
Whoever said our bit is overdone, you are next. Jack, I forgive you now. I have a new enemy. Stay out of dirty puddles, check your fingernails, and sleep with 4 eyes open.
I don't have 4 eyes, but thank you, Ringworm. Anyway, guys, you know why this music's playing. Although we'd love to get into the next video, and there are 4 more to watch, it is the top of the hour, and you know what that means. On this stream, to support myself, as I do need to buy more caviar and expensive things, I need to run ads. Because at the end of the day, the ads help me out a lot. They really do support the stream. And I realize not everyone can afford subbing, but I do need everyone's support. So, to give you a cheaper alternative option, we're running the top of the hour ad. Now, don't worry, it's only a minute of your time. Out of an hour, I don't think that's too bad. It's simply 1 minute worth of ads. If you are a sub, do not worry, you don't have to watch the ads. We'll just be hanging out in the meantime, and then we'll get right back to the content straight afterwards. All I ask is that you do not turn off the stream. You just keep it running. You don't even have to watch the ads. You can avert your eyes, go do something else, but just leave it running in the background. In a minute's time, the content will resume. And of course, if you do really want to avoid the ads, it would be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe, like Ratty Poo, who has just subbed for 19 months, and I appreciate that.
Hope you enjoy your caviar.
Thank you. Because at the end of the day, it greatly supports the stream. And of course, you can do it with Prime, just like they did, as that's completely free. But of course, you can also spend $4.99 to sub for 30 days, and you won't have to watch any ads for 30 days, which is a lot of ads avoided, if you ask me, because we run a lot of ads here on this Twitch to support us. But either way, I'm going to run my ad now. It's a minute long. I'll be back after a minute. Don't go anywhere. The content will resume straight afterwards. Be there in a second. Bye-bye. Or bye for now. See you in a second. Oh, my throat is so... My voice is going, you know? Yo, Manifold, has Tommy ever broken into your house? No. He's always been invited. Always been invited. Can you believe that? I one time almost broke into his. Because I was supposed to go to his office and I went to his house instead. But other than that, no. No one's ever broken into anyone's house. Give your voice a break? I will. I can get through the rest of the stream. I don't know if this will be a 2-hour stream. It might be, at most. But I do need to give my voice a rest, which is a shame because you guys have really showed up to this stream. You guys seem to be supporting this one. It's nice to have a lot of love since I've been back. Get soothers. I did have some, but they went out of date and the paper stuck to them. What should I eat after this, by the way? Oh, I might make some more pesto. Oh, I can't. Shop closes in 15. Actually, I have pesto and pasta. I just can't put any chicken in it, but that's fine. I can just do pesto, no chicken. I'm going to do that. Hey, welcome back from the ads, everybody. Welcome. Can you say hi to Alyssa? I love your content. Hi, Alyssa. You make great content, clearly. That's a joke, but still. Welcome back. You should eat poo live. Guys, we have a fetishist in the chat. Fetishist in the chat. Let's ring the bell. The fetishist bell. Ding, 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 ding. Someone with a weird fetishist is in the chat telling me to eat poo. Guys, ring, 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 ring. We have someone with a weird fetish in the chat asking me to do weird things. Ding, 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 ding. I love you guys. I love weird fetishists. I love people with weird fetishes. That's why Paracynical's one of my best friends. I just love him. I find I've ever told you that. This is a really weird thing. For a time, fetishes were my special interest, and not in like in a weird sexual way for me, but in like I just got very interested in all the different fetishes people could have, because I found that so fascinating. Why do some people find weird things sexy? You know, isn't that weird? I think it's weird. So yeah, I just know a shocking amount of weird fetishes. I find it really exciting when I found one in the wild, because you find them everywhere. You know, there's a TikTok lady. It makes TikToks called "Is This Fetish Content?" And anyway, she watches TikToks and she says whether or not they're actually just secret fetish content. And I like doing that anyway. Like, I just do that with myself. I like watch them. I'm like, I think this might be fetish stuff. I don't think this is like a weird video. I think it's very fun. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Not to be weird or anything. Sorry. I didn't mean to be weird. I just didn't mean to get weird for a second there. Yeah, the 5 minutes crafts one. Yeah, shit like that. It's just weird. Like, Teen Titans Go got hit with, like, inflation or something. I think it was inflation. Or maybe feet stuff. I don't remember. Quentin Tarantino. You know, he wrote a scene into Till Dawn, From Dusk Till Dawn, where Salma Hayek pours tequila down her leg, and a man is forced to suck her toes to drink the tequila that's been poured down her leg. And then he cast himself in said role. Shit like that, man. It's hilarious. It's a real thing he did. I just find that hilarious. That's such a silly thing. Anyway, we'll go back to watching Ghosts now. These are things I know. I like these. Let's watch more Ghosts.
This next video comes from a man whose entire home is filled with Bibles and other religious artifacts that he worships on the daily. If he's not praying, then he's most likely sitting at his piano playing a song with verses from the Bible.
What does he do for a job? He'd be a great, like, monk. He should become a monk, I think.
Pretty much everything he has or does in this apartment is based on something religious.
Christ, that is like obsessive at that point. That's crazy. That's wild. That's like creepy.
Different. Now you might be thinking that this man is simply devoted to his religion. While that's partly true, the main reason as to why he prays a lot has to do with something completely different.
Oh, really?
As it turns out, this man has been experiencing strange happenings in his home. Ever since visiting his father's gravesite at the cemetery, he can't shake the feeling that something has followed him home. Whatever it might be, he's deeply afraid of it. For this reason, he's been praying and singing religious songs more so than usual as an attempt to get rid of the
What is more so than usual? How's there enough time in the day?
Entity that now lives in his home. One day, while taking a nap, he wakes up to a loud noise in the living room. He grabs his phone and records this.
Bueno, estoy grabando este video porque estoy tratando de dormir, pero acabo de escuchar un golpe duro por allá en la sala, entonces decidí grabar porque hace días que se viene presentando cosas extrañas en el apartamento. Son las 4
Okay.
y cuarto, 4:13 minutos de la tarde, entonces me parece muy extraño que hasta ahora están sucediendo como cosas raras. Entonces,
It is very bright to be 4:15 a.m. You got a light on?
Comedor. Miren, es en el comedor.
I think his house is like filled with religious shit, and then like a poster for the Matrix. It's like his favorite movie. Like he like fucks with religion heavy, but he like also fucks with the Matrix. That's his other thing. Like religion number one. That's why he's got all this stuff. But like a little bit of Matrix. You know, he likes Keanu Reeves.
Tengo las ventanas cerradas.
Oh no, there's another poster over there. Never mind.
Esto viene sucediendo hace como una semana ya.
It's a very nice little apartment, by the way. I like this.
Se me hace muy extraño.
Yeah, put all the creepy like religious shit in there. I'd fuck with it. Like, this is really cool.
Feeling slightly unnerved, the man sees a set of eating utensils swaying side to side as though a strong breeze
You can call them spoons. That's just some spoons. You can call them spoons. You don't need to call them eating utensils. You can just call them spoons.
had passed by, but as the man points out, all windows are closed shut. Naturally, he was stricken with fear, but not as much as the next incident, as what happens then leaves him terribly shaken up.
I'm like quite tempted to believe this man. I don't really know why.
A few days after this occurrence, the man uploads a video in which he appears to be deeply distressed. Watch.
He does seem deeply distressed. Sorry. Oh, he's like stressed, bro. He's like he doesn't even seem scared. He just seems like pressed, you know. Oh my god, hiccups, man.
En el nombre de Jesús te ordeno que te vayas. En el nombre de Jesús ordeno que te vayas.
I'm curious if you could see a key get depressed. Because that would convince me. If you could see the keys getting depressed when it's making that noise, that'd be pretty convincing. Because that's very hard to fake.
No tienes derecho de estar aquí. Ordeno que te vas.
Please make another sound.
Ordeno que te vas en el nombre de Jesús.
Oh, you do see it depressed. You actually see the keys depressed. Oh, that's weird. That's not like keyboards. That's quite hard to do on a keyboard, right? Like pianos, like mechanical pianos exist, but there's quite like hefty mechanisms that make those work. You just self-pressing playing keyboard. I wonder if there's like a self-playing keyboard. So this is what I mean, right? Like this is a full piano though. This is because it requires quite a lot of mechanism to do that. I'm not quite convinced keyboards exist that can do that. You know? Pianos, yes, but keyboards, no. And they're very expensive. Yeah, you can definitely like pre-record it playing notes, but yeah, I don't think you can make it. Yeah, that's hard to do. And he gave a good look around the room as well. Like, I don't think anyone could be hiding to do that. That's weird. That's weird. That is you. That gets pressed. There's no way of arguing that.
Appearing to be fed up with the supposed spirit, the man tells the spirit to leave at once. But after having done so, a piano key is seemingly pressed by an unseen force.
That's
the man
very
quickly
weird.
rushes out of the room in a panic frenzy.
Could still be fake by pulling a string. It is the last key, potentially, but I don't know. There's something about this guy's overt religion that tells me that he wouldn't lie about this sort of thing. He just doesn't strike me as... I don't know. I don't know. And you know, they do argue that demons... I'm not saying it is a demon, but if demons exist, which I'm not sure whether demons exist. I was at first only believing in ghosts, but then I don't want to spoil the Sam and Colby video I was in, but that place was supposedly haunted by demons, and there was something that supposedly would happen. Now, you know what? I'll tell this story. It's been a while. I'm sure they won't mind. As we were leaving, we were told we had to cleanse with holy water because it's a place haunted by demons. Supposedly, if a demon wants to lash itself onto you and follow you wherever you're going, it can. And if you holy water yourself, it will stop it. But this is when I went and filmed with Sam and Colby, by the way. But supposedly, when you put the holy water, on the back of your neck, right? Tommy already leaked that, yeah, but what he might not have leaked is we all put the holy water on our necks, right? And then we stepped back inside because we forgot to get the thumbnail. So we went back inside. And we went back inside, and the instant we went back inside, I felt my neck start to burn, right? Where I'd put the holy water. All started burning, right? And Sam and Colby apparently had been told when they were given the water, and I just said to them, oh, does anyone else's neck like burn? But dead seriously. I mean, I meant this very wholeheartedly. And apparently they had been told, which by the way, I was not there when this had happened, so this is in no way like placebo. I didn't know that this should happen. Supposedly, if a demon had latched onto you, and basically, if the holy water is actively doing something, like it's actively fending something off, it apparently will create a burning sensation. You won't feel it if it doesn't do anything. If you're fine and you put holy water on and there's nothing trying to latch onto you anyway, you just won't feel it. But if it begins to burn, apparently it is actively stopping or has stopped something latching onto you, which means supposedly a demon did try and latch onto me as that, and I was the only one who felt that. I was the only one. But supposedly, yeah, a demon tried to latch onto me as we were leaving. So that was what kind of like made me go, it's a little bit weird. I definitely felt burning on my neck. Like there was no arguing that. You know, there was absolutely no arguing that. My way of testing whether it's placebo would be pouring the same holy water on my neck like now at my home and just seeing if it burns, whether I'm just like, because it isn't just water, it's got like some herbs in it, like it smells funny. So it could be like, oh shit, demon, or it could be my skin is ever so slightly allergic and it was a slight irritation reaction. But I would be curious to do it at my home and see what happens, because it could just be allergies. But weird, still weird nonetheless. But there was fucking other things. Did it turn red? Not that I know of, no. And it was like hot to the touch. Like it wasn't just a burn. Sorry, this wasn't just like a psychic. This wasn't just like, oh, my brain is making this up. Like I got those guys. I went, feel my neck. Like it's hot. Like, and it was hot to the touch. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Like you could feel my neck was hot. That was the weird part as well. Forgot about that. But I don't believe it went red or anything, no. Could have just been a sunburn. What, from the glorious sun we have here in the UK? I don't think so. I'm going to be for real with you. In the middle of winter, it was? I'm going to say not. But yeah, weird. I've never... but either way, why did I mention this? Oh, this is it. They say demons will target the most religious. Because the goal of demons in possessing people and stuff is to try and infiltrate the Vatican, apparently. To, control the world through religion or some shit. Supposedly, this is what the Pope says. I'm not religious, so I don't really, but apparently this is what the Pope says. So, apparently it will target the most religious of people. Not that I'm religious, by the way. I'm not saying I'm the religious one. Sorry. I meant that in this video where the key's pressed down, this guy's obviously very religious. And then this thing happens. I don't know. I'm just more inclined to believe that something weird is happening to a very religious man. You know, instead of just like a dude. That's what I'm saying.
Supposed spirit. The man tells the spirit to leave at once. But after having done so, a piano key is seemingly pressed by an unseen force. The man quickly rushes out of the room in a panic frenzy. It was now clear to him that something was provoking him. But as if that wasn't obvious enough, 4 days later, this happens. It's 3 a.m. when the man and his girlfriend, who was staying the night, wake up to strange noises. What happens next?
Why are these back? Oh, they're in a VC. Did those pop up? Okay, I guess we'll turn those off.
Leaves them highly unsettled. Take a look.
I had bubbles for a VC I was in the other stream, and I guess I just never turned them off.
Bueno, voy a grabar este video porque nuevamente se están escuchando en el apartamento ruidos. Son las 3 de la mañana con 16 minutos y... Escucha.
Oh, he's with his girlfriend. Sorry, I thought that voice was the ghost.
Sí. Esta vez no estoy solo, esta vez estoy con mi novia que por fin decidió venir a acompañarme, pues estaba asustada debido a todas estas cosas que están pasando. ¿Dónde es eso, amor? La cocina.
Shattering.
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué te ayudó? Yo voy a mirar. Quédese aquí, amor, quédese aquí. Señor bendito. Amor, quédese acá, yo voy solo, amor. No, yo voy. Prenda la luz, prenda la luz.
Could be an intruder. It could, but I think surely you'd see him.
En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate. Parece que en la cocina. En el nombre de Jesús, manifiéstate.
Oh, fuck's sake. He's got a fucking poster for Annabelle in his house. That makes me more skeptical of the guy. You know what? I thought he was just like some like crazy religious dude. But like, that would freak me the fuck out. I would be forced to take that down if I lived in a fucking haunted house. I'm now a little bit more skeptical because like, you're a fan of haunted movies. That makes me a little bit more skeptical. But still, the piano press is really hard to do. So I'm like, still don't quite know how you did that. Must admit.
Manifiéstate. Vaya para el cuarto, amor. No. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Estás viendo, amor? ¿Estás viendo? Es la cocina, amor. Cuidado con la cocina. Manifiéstate en el nombre de Jesús. Te ordeno que te manifiestes.
Do you think like ghosts give a shit if you tell them it like in Jesus' name?
¿Qué sonó así ahorita, amor? La cocina.
Like, do you think he's like, I command you to reveal yourself in the name of Jesus, so you have to do it? Do you think that really matters to them?
Mira, amor, mira. ¿Ves que no me tiras, amor?
So smashed glass, isn't it? Oh, all the cupboards are open.
Un vaso.
Eagle, thank you for the quid.
Es un vaso.
Worm, you can talk while you're being
Mira,
digested,
todos los
shush.
cajones están abiertos.
Bro was thirsty.
24 months woe sub to the manifold.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Does this guy have any pets? I doubt it. If he's
Strangely,
guys, you know when you ask these guys, this guy have any pets? I think if the guy had pets, he would go, "That was just my pet." Look, when someone suspects that there is a ghost in their house, and you go, well, "What if it's just this obvious answer?" Assume that they probably don't have that thing. You know? Like, if they go, oh, well, it could just be their dog who opened all those cupboards and threw glass on the ground. It's like, probably not. Probably not. If he's very scared by this, I'm going to assume he doesn't have something that he knows about that is an easy explanation. You know what I mean?
wind chimes move on their own, and the kitchen appears to be ransacked. Yet according to
Hungry
the man,
ghost, you know?
no signs of forced entry were seen anywhere in the house. Further adding to the strangeness,
The piano could be automatically playing. I very much doubt that. They're very expensive.
the man says that his girlfriend felt very ill only minutes after this incident. Whether or not this had something to do with her sudden illness is unknown. But considering what happened
Probably
only days
was a bit
later,
scared,
the
to be
man
fair.
can't help but think that the spirit was responsible for this. It's late at night, and the man is once again woken up by mysterious
God, this guy's
noises
really
when
fucking in
this
it.
is captured.
So what did he capture this one on? A fucking BlackBerry? Why? What happened to the camera quality, my guy? It has been better than this. Bro got a downgrade. Nothing. This is nothing so far. Okay, that was just an edited in noise. Okay. It's a lovely apartment, by the way. I really like this apartment. You know, I really wanted to believe... I really fucking wanted to believe this guy. Never mind. It fucking added chromatic aberration in post. Fuck's sake, man. The piano key was such a perfectly subtle yet difficult thing to fake that I would believe. He didn't have to push his luck, you know. I would have believed him. The kitchen, I didn't want to say it, but the kitchen was making me skeptical with all the doors open. Like, from what I understand, from what I've heard, like I always hear this thing. It takes a lot of energy for ghosts to affect real life things. So you tend to find that like they'll knock over a small thing, or like one door will open. It's very rare that like lots of doors will be open and they'll trash a whole room. Like that doesn't really happen. You know? But man. So disappointed, man. The piano key was perfect. Who says all ghosts have malicious intent? I don't think they do. No one says that.
Without warning, the sound of footsteps charging at full throttle can be heard heading towards the man before being attacked by an unseen presence. Scared stiff, the man stands in silence while
Scared what? Shouldn't make you stiff. It's disgusting, dude. Don't tell us about your fucking penis.
Trying to process what just happened, he then picks up his phone and ends the video here.
Yeah, fuck
Although
off.
undoubtedly strange, viewers find it stranger that the man doesn't turn on the lights in most of these incidents. But the reason for this, according to him, is that the lights for most of the rooms are located at the main entrance, which he stays away from, as he's too scared to approach.
Yeah,
Whether
fuck off,
ghost or not,
convenient.
the man continues to pray and read passages from the Bible in the hopes that doing so
Oh, he's
will
on
get rid of the
TikTok. No fucking wonder. This is all just TikTok fucking bait.
strange presence
The piano key was so good. This guy, oh, he fell off. I wanted to believe him, you know.
that haunts him. In early January of 2023, a woman named Nancy Malkin had a very strange encounter with something in her child's bedroom. Nancy says that the reason she had went up to her son's bedroom in the
Thank God it
first
wasn't a
place
someone,
was
you know?
because she saw something quite unusual on the security camera that's placed in his room. She had woken up from a nap before looking over at the camera's live feed and seeing a strange orb flying around her son's toys. It would seem to zip around in a strange way and react to objects it touched as though it had a mind of its own.
Oh,
Now,
interesting.
Nancy had been looking at this orb for quite some time. More than 5 minutes have passed since initially spotting the mysterious orb, and still, it continued to float around in the same spot. Now, curious as to what exactly was being caught on camera, she walks over to her son's room, but strangely finds nothing there. Nothing visible could be seen with her naked eye, but on camera, she could still see the ball of light floating around the same spot. In this short clip, Nancy's observing the orb via the security camera's live feed on her phone. Mind you, that without the phone, she can't see anything in person. While looking at the live feed, she sees the ball of light moving frenetically. Watch.
The reason I'm more inclined to believe this is because I feel like this is what you would do. Like, I feel like most people would post this and then do a video, like, would post this and then post, like, another I don't know how to explain it. But, like, post this and then post another video where they go in the room. It's like, look, guys, like, here's the feed. I'm going to leave the room. Here's the feed. Look, it's flying around. And then I go in the room. Like, they wouldn't do one where they're in the room watching the feed in the room. Like, if it's also visible on that phone, that's pretty cool. But I don't know if it is. What if you can see it on the phone? Phone doesn't actually look all that much like it lines up. Is the problem.
Now, at one point, Nancy starts to communicate with the orb. She tells it to touch her hand when something pretty interesting happens. The orb quickly moves away from her hand as though she had scared it. Nancy decides to leave this mysterious orb alone and call it a day. The orb continues to fly around the same spot even after she goes. But only minutes
Just calling it a day from there is a bit weird, though. I'd have to call someone and be like, what the fuck do you think this is?
later, after rechecking the camera, the orb is no longer
It's
there.
the fucking will of the wisp. That's what it is. It's a will of the wisp. It's the will of the wisp right there.
It has simply vanished. Ever since recording this, the orb hasn't shown itself again. Nancy believes that this mysterious orb might have been the spirit of a child as it kept floating around her son's toys. Perhaps it just wanted to play with them, as Nancy states. But whatever it might have been, she claims that this mysterious orb was intelligent as it responded to everything she did. To this day,
That is weird. I mean, could be edited in, but I don't know. Something about this just makes me go, you know, because it's just like a cute little thing. And like, she never, I feel like when people fake these things, they do well, and then they make a sequel where they're like, guys, the orb is back. But like, she just posted this one video. Nothing crazy happens. Just like an orb floats around some toys, and like, I don't know, you know? It's just kind of like, yeah, maybe. I'm more inclined, this is the one I'm most inclined to believe today. Like the one where it's like, yeah, it could be. That could be the spirit of a child. That's a thing you frequently hear. Like spirits of children like linger in the rooms of current children because they feel comfortable there. And like it's floating around toys, which makes sense. And it kind of interacts with her, and then she speaks, and it gets, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, it could be. I don't know. Maybe. Part of me, I don't kind of like to think so, because it's obviously a ghost of a dead kid. But at the same time, like, kind of sweet that it's like harmless. You know, it's just a harmless little thing, just trying to play with some toys. I don't know.
She still questions what this ball of light was doing inside her son's bedroom.
I think it not coming back makes it more believable. Exactly, like her not doing a part 2 or anything like that. Like, it just makes you go, huh? Maybe.
Creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Do you want kids, Jack? It's a very interesting question in the chat. Oh, I got deleted by mods. I mean, you're more welcome to ask. It's weird timing. Speaking about like a potentially dead kid. It's like, do you want kids? But yeah, I think so. I think I want to have some kids. I think I want to be pretty or more off the internet by the time I have kids, though. I would want to. It seems a bit personal. No, I get that. To be fair. Yeah, I think I'd want to be more of it. Not because I have an internet issue personally with the internet knowing about my kid, more so that I want to give them the opportunity to grow up away from the internet, and then when they get older, if they want to be on the internet, and do what I do, they're more than inclined to. I'll help them in every way I can. But I want them to grow up away from the internet, or at least have the choice to. I don't like when kids are thrust into the limelight, particularly. I could show them when they're a baby. Babies are pretty much unrecognizable by the time like they're like 2. Like you can't look at a 2-year-old and then look at like you show me 5 pictures of a baby and go and you give me a 2-year-old and you give me 5 pictures of babies. You go, which one of these babies is this 2-year-old? Fucking fat chance I figure it out. So when I have a kid, I'll be like, hey, stream, here's my kid. But like I think like after it's like once it's like not a baby anymore and it like has a semblance of being a human being and it's not just like a thing, then it disappears from the internet, I think. Yeah, I think that's the way I'd do it.
There's an apartment in Poland where something very strange has been going on. The man who lives there claims that whenever he's by himself, he can't help but feel as though someone else is inside. When his roommates are gone and he has the place to himself going on. There's an apartment in Poland where something very strange has been going on.
Part I missed.
The man who lives there claims that whenever he's by himself, he can't help but feel as though someone else is inside.
Somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Oh, I always feel like. I learned a cool thing about that song yesterday, but I can't be asked.
When his roommates are gone and he has the place to himself, weird noises happen out of nowhere. Now, what makes these occurrences extra strange is that they always seem to happen during the nighttime. Knowing when they usually occur, the man has his phone ready in hand and proceeds to record the following video.
Already skeptical that these things happen. Like, I don't know of anything ever happening in like a pattern kind of.
No one else is home when this is captured.
And it's also when no one else is. I don't know.
Hej, ogólnie to od jakiegoś czasu cały czas coś właśnie takie dziwne hałasy.
Okay.
Ja pierdolę, co to?
That guy has a tattoo and it reminded me of my brother got a tattoo recently. My younger brother. I'm kind of jealous because I kind of always wanted a tattoo, but I just don't know what to get. My brother called me the other day, FaceTime me. He was like, look at this. He had a tattoo. It's cool. It's a cool tattoo. It's a very good first tattoo. Super fake. Already? We're already saying it's fake? Wow. I was willing to like let it play out a little bit, but I must admit I was getting the same vibe, but I was willing to give it a minute. But yeah, it's like a really cool like first tattoo. I think he's got it like here, which I think is a good spot. Because I always thought like when you've just got one tattoo, it needs to be in a good spot. When you have loads, it doesn't really matter where they are, but if you just got one, it's like a cool tattoo. It's pretty minimal. Like I like it. It's a very cool first tattoo.
Jak? Co to?
Tap's on. What? Who's put tap on? Who's done that? There's a small man hiding underneath the shelf. So wait, did the tap noise kick in? Okay, there was that. Oh, the light comes on by itself. My brain is so fucking stupid. I didn't even notice the light flicker. I mean that wholeheartedly. I did not notice the light flicker on and off like that the first time I watched it. Yeah, no, this is fake, bro. I didn't notice. One of his roommates just like knocked the thing over, flickered the light a bit. I must admit, I don't know how the tap came on. Unless someone's like hiding somewhere that he doesn't show. What the fuck? Oh, he could slip out behind him. Yeah, no. Never mind. Wasn't the camera facing the light switch? I wouldn't be shocked if there's another light switch. Let's see the switch again. Oh, he doesn't show the switch again.
Mysterious.
Because I was like, if the switch has been flipped in the other direction, so like that switch has been flipped, that's harder to fake because like I don't know how anyone could have pressed that switch after he pressed it. But if he turned back around, the switch was the same way he had pressed it. It proves that the light was changed at another switch, proving there's another switch. You know?
The bathroom faucet is left running as though someone or something had turned it on. The man shuts it off while seeming confused as to how it turned on by itself. He heads back to his room when eerily the light switch, which he just turned on,
no one could have switched that off unless there's another switch. But he never shows the state of the switch again, so you can't see whether that switch has been flipped itself or whether another one has been. So it's very hard to determine.
It's immediately turned off. It seems that whoever or whatever was on the other end of the hall had switched off the light. Now this wouldn't be the end of it, as only a few nights later, something just as creepy happens.
Really?
It's nighttime when the man recording hears banging noises outside his door. With his heart pounding in his ears,
roommates are fucking.
He records this.
His roommates start fucking. Okay, his door opened a bit.
Nie, ja pierdol. Co jest kurwa?
That seemed like there was a cut there. Yeah, I think there's a cut there, right? Does that not seem weird? Does that seem like a little cut to you guys? Or do you think the... Seems like a cut.
Whoa!
What the fuck? Sorry.
Whoa!
Like something straight out of a horror movie, the man peeks out from his bedroom, peering into the darkness of the hallway to see if anyone's there.
What did he
Finding
scream
nobody
at?
inside the bathroom,
I still
the
can't
man
figure out that he
quickly walks
screamed
back
at.
to his room, but stops in his tracks upon noticing the sudden mess in the kitchen.
right after the cut.
appearing as though a massive earthquake had struck the place. Noticed inside the bed.
Oh wait, okay. Wait, let's see if we can figure out how he did this video, because I think... Does he show the kitchen on the way in? Because that is the most bait thing, like showing that you have a pristine kitchen. Yeah, shows that he's got a pristine kitchen. I think there might even be a cut there, you know. Oh no, okay, no cut. Oh no, it's just the lighting changing so drastically. I don't think there is a cut. But then, he goes in the bathroom, he turns off the tap again, the same way as last time.
Co jest kurwa?
And then... he turns that light off. There's like a very fucking obvious cut there. It looks like... someone said in chat it looks like a TikTok transition. They fucking nailed it. Oh, let's skip it back a little bit. Here. Very obvious cut there. Whoa!
Like something straight out of a horror movie, the man peeks out from his bedroom, peering into the darkness of the hallway to see if anyone's there. Finding nobody inside the bathroom, the man quickly walks back to his
weird. To be fair, my parents' toilet's a bit like that.
Room, but stops in his tracks upon noticing the sudden mess in the kitchen. Appearing as though a massive earthquake had struck the place, the man runs back into his room in full terror before ending the video. What happened that night has left him shaken up. It's unknown if the man continues to live inside the apartment, as no updates or new videos have been posted. But as with most videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
Thank you. I think it's fake.
This man's apartment?
I'm pretty safe in
Or
assuming that this one's fake.
Might there be an explanation for all that's happened?
Massive earthquake. A chair fell.
In this next video,
there was a little bit more.
Two friends are hosting a live stream when something pretty spooky is captured live.
Ooh, okay. We don't get many live things in here. That could be an interesting one. Live definitely makes me go, you know?
This video often do live streams while playing video games late at night. It just so happened.
Thanks to all the subs so far, by the way. Sorry, I feel like I haven't thanked anyone in a few minutes. Avio, thank you for the 19 months. Arach and Naz, thank you for the Prime. Emerald Cake, thank you for the Prime. The Girl for the Pig, thank you for the 26 months. Thank you.
Took place during an all-nighter, where around 5 in the morning, a strange noise is heard in the kitchen. The two usually play in the living room, so the noise was close by when it happened.
Did you ever send in your clip? I did. It
was a family member who was grabbing a morning snack, so they shrugged it off and didn't think much of it. But later on, something happens that grabs their full attention and prompts them to end the live stream immediately. While playing in the dark, this happens.
Now, what I'm curious about is why are they streaming themselves playing games with no gameplay footage? Or has he just cropped it? You know what I mean? That's what I'm confused about.
Oh, hijo, dale. Cierra la cola, no la cola. Dale. ¿Qué es esto? Fíjate, es una niñita por ahí. ¿Qué va? No cerrar. Ya, exacto, mira. Iba a cerrar, imbécil.
How did my man notice it from there? Yeah, it's a bit weird. I mean, in the camera feed, maybe? But if he's playing the game...
At first, the fridge door seemingly opens on its own.
A little bit weird. I don't know how you necessarily fake it, but he does very conveniently stand in the way of that for a sec, which I find interesting. Could be something well choreographed.
At first,
It's weird, but probably the most believable video. Oh no. I think the ghost orb of the little kid is probably the most believable, but this takes second
the
place.
fridge door seemingly opens on its own, as though someone had gone over to grab a snack.
I don't know how you would fake this, admittedly. Live, mind you. No, without like decent production, which I don't think these two fucking boys have.
At least that's what the two boys thought, considering that one of them has a brother who wakes up around this time to cook something up. Thinking that he left the fridge door open by accident, one of them gets up to close it. But as they walk back, this happens.
Also, I had a ghost thing.
A chair swiftly moves on its own by more than a few inches, causing both friends to freeze in their tracks.
Yeah, I'd say you could even call that a couple
It was
feet.
at this point that in a few inches, this happens.
That's more than a few. I'd say that's a couple feet. I'd say that's definitely more than a few inches, buddy. All right? Don't undervalue a distance like that. I think, you know, it's a plenty of inches. Too many inches, one would argue.
A chair swiftly moves on its own by more than a few.
There is a string.
This happens. A chair swiftly moves on its was at home by, but as they walk back, this happens. A chair swiftly. It was at this by more. They walk back. This happens. A chair to close it, but as they walk back, this happens. A chair swiftly moves.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Kind of like hops up a second before it moves is what I'm curious about. Weird.
A chair swiftly moves on its own by more than a few inches, causing both friends to freeze in their
Turn off the subtitles so we can see it more clearly. Good point.
At first, the fridge door seemingly thought the fridge door opened by accident. One of them gets up to close it, but as they walk back, this happens. A chair swiftly moves on its own by more than a few inches, causing both friends to freeze in their tracks. It was at this point that they both knew that something unexplainable had occurred.
Oh, sorry, well-made stream, actually. It's a live thing, you gotta bear in mind. So, you know, well done for the two boys.
Supernatural. Viewers believe so too. But, as always, I'll let you be the judge on that. Had something paranormal occurred? Or had something else happened here?
It's one of the more believable ones we've watched. I'm gonna be honest, especially today. It's full of fake shit today, man. My God. I mean, number one, what was that? Oh, the clown doll. Don't get me wrong, this video is kind of cool, but pretty doubtful. They all seem pretty faked. By far the most fake is this guy. Number 4, you know, the really religious guy who got knocked over and added a fucking chromatic aberration like it was a Tommy in it thumbnail. That pissed me off because I really believed it when the piano key was pressed. So that's made me mad. That's the least believable because, oh my God, I've never been so sure something was faked. My God. So yeah, that's the most fake. Number 4. What was number 3 again? Oh yeah, number 3. Okay, no, actually, by far most faked, you could see the fucking editing was number 2. That's one of the worst ones we've ever seen. You could literally see the jump cut. Number 2 is the worst. Then number 4, because fuck off adding chromatic aberration in post. The most obvious, like, fake filter that isn't real. Like, that just gave you away instantly that you'd edited the thing. I actually would maybe argue this is... Actually, no, I'd still say number 4 is more fake than number 2 even. But they're close. Both of them are just blatantly fucking edited. 4 at least had the piano key beforehand, which I don't know how they did and is cool. Number 2 just sucked. Number 5 with the creepy doll. I've seen videos from this guy before and they seem pretty fake. But this last one where the bulb explodes, I don't know how they did that. Kind of cool. Like it. Very cool video. Still convinced it's fake, however. Goes in number 3. From least fake to most fake. Number 2 goes into is given to the two boys streaming. I don't know how they did that, but I'm pretty sure it's still fake. And the only one I think that might even be a little bit real is the ghost orb of a little kid floating around the toys. Is there a beep? Was there like a beep? Freaked me out a little bit. Is there a beep? Yeah, this one's kind of sweet. But
decides to leave this mysterious orb alone and call it a...
So that freaked me out. Was there a beep? I thought it was the video. Maybe it was. Sounded like it might be outside as well. I think it just freaked me out a little bit. Either way, that's my tier list for today. And although we've only watched one, I'd encourage you to subscribe to Bizarre Bub because I really do like this channel. And I would say that sadly, people... This is not a top of the hour break. This is sadly the end of the stream. My voice is killing me. I didn't think we'd do 2 hours today, so I'm pretty impressed. I definitely need to go rest my voice because as you can hear, it is struggling. But I hope you did enjoy the stream. I really do. If you did, feel free to follow. Your name will appear there, and it will be greatly appreciated by myself. Thank you to Maui Pop and Cosmic Man for being the last few to sub. Thank you also to Icky May for the 7 months. Chimboliosis, they for the 10 months. Hello, man. Here to say you look incredible as usual. Congrats on the fight. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. We're all proud. You're the best. Oh, thank you so much. Ayo, thank you for the 19 months. Emerald Cake, thank you for the Prime. Ratty Poo, thank you for the 19 months. Rapid River Gaming, thank you for the 6. Just wanted to thank some people. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. If you want to follow any other socials, not just Twitch, you can always follow with !socials in the chat. Or thank you Cosmic Melon for subbing just now. And thank you Pinworms for a final dono. Thank you for being here. Anyway, !socials in the chat. We'll give you a link to all my social media if you would like to follow them. I would greatly appreciate it. That is Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and my Discord at discord.gg/JackManifoldTV. They're all JackManifoldTV, so do look them up on any platform. There's also my second Twitter, JackManifold2. They're both verified now. Really hard to tell apart because Elon decided that he regretted unverifying everyone and re-verified everyone who had over 1 million subs, but then lied and said that we paid for it. I don't pay for Twitter Blue like a fucking moron. Elon gave me a free subscription and makes out I pay for it. And I can't cancel said subscription because I technically didn't pay for it. I'm just forced to have it because I've got 1 million followers. Anyway. Take care. I'll try not to shit myself again. Thank you for donating and saying that, dickhead. Of course, up to the VODs channel if you haven't already. There's going to be a new VOD going up right after this. And this VOD will be going up as well as a 2-parter. One is the story. Actually, no, the story time won't go up because I might make it into a video, but the ghost part will. And is there anything else? Don't believe so. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Either way, enjoy. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, so originally I planned to do a stream today where if I taught Wisp and Jago were going to come round, and they were going to do a challenge where if they were able to make me make a sound, any sound at all, I was going to have to gift subs. We're going to do that tomorrow now. One of them was feeling a little bit sick, so we didn't want to do it today, but we're going to do that tomorrow now because it'll give my voice a little bit of a chance to rest because we got rehearsals for the show we're doing in Brighton next week tomorrow. So, got rehearsals for that. So I'm going to be talking all day. So now a little break in the evening would be nice. But I do still want to stream because it's been so long since I have done. So do stick around and follow for that stream tomorrow as well because it'll be very fun. But anyway, let's see who is live. Who do we want to raid? Let's raid. Let's raid Axel. Axel's taking viewer calls. It's a stream I like to do. Let's raid him. Tubbo raided us. I don't think we could do that. Well, he tried to anyway. Failed, but still. Yeah, let's raid Axel. Send you guys all over there. Go say hi. Go show him some love. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I'm fucking exhausted. I think I'm sick again. But anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll go to bed. I'll eat some food and go to bed. Maybe I'll watch some Better Call Saul. Who knows? Either way, take care, everyone. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye.